Hi, my name is Diane Cox and I'm your Doterra wellness advocate. We're here to talk about eucalyptus today. And one of the things that I wanted to say about the eucalyptus tree is one of the largest plants on the planet. They can grow in excess of 200 feet, and they also have another remarkable ability, and that is to take the excess moisture from all of the swampy areas and absorb it into their root system. So places like in Africa or many other places that have malaria and such that are mosquito-borne, they oftentimes will plant eucalyptus trees to absorb the water so the mosquitoes have no place to lay their eggs. So that is one thing that's real interesting about the eucalyptus tree that I thought everybody would like. And we all know that the eucalyptus is one of the favorite foods of the koala bear. As far as my research goes, we do not use the same eucalyptus as what the koala eats. The koala eats only just a very few different species of the eucalyptus trees, and I don't believe that it's one of ours. Couldn't find any research saying that it was. And amazingly, there are over 700 species of the tree. So, on the eucalyptus tree. Now the eucalyptus has got a remarkable scent, and I think that a lot of you remember cough drops. You can remember that. Vicks Vapor Rub, maybe you can remember that aroma off of that. And there's a lot of different ways that you can use the eucalyptus. You can do it aromatically. You can just open up the bottle, put it in your hands, and give it a good whiff and take it aromatically. Put it in your diffuser. It'll work that way also. You can put it on topically, although some people with sensitive skin are going to have a problem with it. So test a small area and make sure that you're not going to have sensitivity. If you are, add your carrier oil, your fractionated coconut oil. It is not usually recommended that you take it internally. Doterra oils can be, but I would not suggest taking any of the other oils internally. But as far as the ways that you can take it, those are just about every way that you can take an oil in any other fashion is how you would take the eucalyptus. The properties on it are, it is an analgesic, antibacterial, anti-infectious, anti-inflammatory, antiviral, insecticidal, and an expectorant, and anti-cathartic. It'll remove the mucus. That's what I'm trying to get at here. But there's a lot of different things that you can use. Everything respiratory is with the eucalyptus. It has a lot of properties, and what you're mostly going to remember is that it's anything that has to do with the respiratory system it's going to be good for. But one of the other things that I wanted to say is that it is an anti-vasodilator, and it will help you with your circulation. And as much as it helps with the circulation, oddly enough, it's also another cooling drug, just like peppermint, or cooling oil, just like peppermint is. So you can put it with your water and spritz it on your face, and it'll actually help cool you down on a hot day. It also helps with the blood-brain flow. And I don't believe that it can cross the blood-brain barrier, but it certainly can get the circulation going into the brain. Again, the congestion is what we mostly understand and use it for. You might recognize the Vicks Vapor Rub or the inhalers that you will use when you have a stuffy head. But you can put it directly on your lungs as long as you don't have sensitivity to it, or just go ahead and inhale or diffuse it. And again, it's going to help you out on that. Because it is a vasodilator, a lot of times people with diabetes that have wounds on their feet, especially, they'll take the eucalyptus and they can apply it, and it will actually aid in circulation with diabetes. So it may aid in some cases with the diabetes and wounds. It can also be as a disinfectant. Just put it in a bottle with your water and spritz it around and disinfect whatever you need to. Ear inflammation, and there's a lot of that going on right now. You don't ever want to put anything in your ear, but you put it behind your ear and rub it in, and at the same time, a lot of the ear problems have to do with sinus problems, so again, inhaling it. It is an expectorant, as you would guess, again, anything to do with the lungs. And it can also help break a fever. Now here we are cooling again, and a lot of people don't expect this, but it will help that, as well as helping you with the flu. And one of the odd things, now this might go back to diabetes, it can also help with hypoglycemia, or it can help regulate your blood sugar. It's good for inflammation and even iris inflammation. If you've got jet lag, again, you can inhale it, or you can spritz it, and that'll help with your jet lag to help wake you up. And if with the kidney stones, you could put it on topically and help with relief on kidney stones if you have that problem. Again, I want to say, if you're working with any other types of oils, do not take them internally. But with kidney stones, I imagine that you could take a drop within water, and that might help with it as well. Now, this is one thing that really surprised me. Remember we said there was insecticidal? It'll even kill lice. There you have it. So if you've got children in school and lice is going around, you might want to go ahead and add some eucalyptus to the shampoo and have them go ahead and kill the lice. It's good for overstretched muscles. Somebody was making a mention today that their friend was so sore from practicing running a race. And any type of respiratory virus it's good for, and it is good at fighting viral infections. So again, now rhinitis goes into, again, the lungs and your respiratory. And if you do have a case of rhinitis, you can go ahead and inhale it again. Now shingles, you hear on the news lately an awful lot of shingles, and applied topically will help with the pain on the shingles. Tennis elbow, again, we're talking about achy muscles and so on. You can put it right on the reflex points. And by the way, when I say that you can apply it topically, a lot of the times I'm also referring, put it on the bottom of your feet, on the reflex points on the bottom of your feet where it corresponds to what you're looking for. And also, again, respiratory, tuberculosis. This also is good in aiding with tuberculosis. And something else that you might not consider is acne. Some people actually get relief and good reports with acne. And it can also help regulate your blood pressure. So eucalyptus is not simply for for coughs and your lung problems. There's a lot to eucalyptus, and I hope you've enjoyed listening to this.